So the first card you have for your past is Judgment. Yeah, this is a bit of an odd situation in this card that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a kind of mutual forgiveness, or mutual forgiveness was needed, because I'm seeing a problem kind of on both sides for this. Yeah, I think there was a situation where forgiveness was needed on both sides. And I think maybe, and this was between you and somebody else, and I think maybe this person felt that your part in this was worse, or maybe they'd blown this situation up in their heads as something that was a lot bigger than it actually was, or worse than it actually was, or something like that. And I think they did have it wrong about you, because I think you were trying to be fair, but I don't think they were seeing that. I don't think they could see what you were doing was fair at all. I'm just getting this feeling of you wanting to put something behind you and move forward. But whatever this was, it was holding you back. You know, you had this thing that between this person that you had to kind of resolve, and you couldn't quite resolve it because they didn't trust you and you didn't quite trust them, and it was this kind of thing that was going on. So I think, you know, you really needed to be able to move on mentally. And I think you might have already moved on from this emotionally at this time. It was just mentally wanting to get this out of your head, clear the situation out of your head and leave it behind. I'm also getting this feeling that something practical might have had something to do with this as well, and that might have stopped you from moving forward. It might be that you need to finish some kind of contract or agreement with this person, or it might be that you have something that belongs to them, or they have something that belongs to you. It's something like that, but it's some practical thing that needs to be done as well. And I think you know, I think you will be able to do this eventually, because I think they'll eventually realise that there's no point in keeping this going and this resentment going, because it's really not helping anyone. And I think eventually they'll get tired of this as well and just want to kind of move on from it as well. And I don't think they'll ever really see things from your perspective, but they will eventually just decide to find peace around this in some way. And I think you'll probably... I'm actually seeing that, you might not want to hear this, but I think you're actually very alike, you and this person. You're too alike. And I think their behaviour actually forces you to think about yourself and what you don't like in yourself and what you should change in yourself. And I think your behaviour probably does that with them. And this might be a relative, it might be an ex, but whoever this is, you are very alike. So I think maybe, if there is something that you're kind of frustrated about them with, or you don't like about them, also use that. I know this sounds really strange, but use that to take a look at yourself as well, and what you would like to change in yourself, because you're very alike. And I think that's why it frustrates you so much, and that's why it frustrates them so much. That's what I'm seeing. I hope that makes sense. The next card you have for your past is the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, I think there could have been text messages going back between you, and I am still seeing a lot of frustration around this, because I think you had this whole situation where they just weren't seeing anything from your side, from your perspective at all. It was all from their side. And I think, you know, you couldn't see things from their side either. So, and there's kind of an extra layer of frustration I'm seeing around this, where there was this practical issue as well that you had to sort out. But then I'm seeing very slow communication and very slow movement on this, and kind of backwards and forwards, but very slow. And I think, yeah, I just think, you know, you're going to have to do something to get through this. I think, you know, they're not going to do that, I don't think. I think, you know, there has to be some way where you have to get through this, I think, because it's frustrating me as well seeing this. And, you know, you're putting so much energy into them in this situation, or you were at this time, and trying to kind of get them to see your side. And I think maybe if you're still going through this, maybe try to move on from getting them to see your side. I think just put that aside and just say, I don't care whether they see my side. What I want to do now is just resolve this in some way. So it doesn't matter what they think, doesn't matter how they feel. Not that you don't want to care about how other people feel, but it's like they don't see things from your perspective, and they won't ever. So I don't think there's any point in prolonging this by trying to get them to see your side. So I think just, try to resolve this. Let's say, okay, we're not going to agree. So how can we resolve this? And maybe we can do this practical thing by doing this by this date. What can we do? Try to get them to talk about things in a practical way, not about how they see you, how you see them, who did this wrong, who did that wrong, and all of that. Get out of that kind of cycle, because I can see that cycling around in the Two of Pentacles. Get more into how can we resolve this practically. Let's look at that, not about who said what about who and who thinks what about who. I hope that all makes sense, because I don't think you want to keep on dragging this situation around, because I think, and it's a new year now, so it's now time to just draw a line under this. Don't worry about what they think of you. Don't worry about what you think of them. It doesn't matter. Just resolve this practical thing and try and move forward, because you want to put that energy that you're putting into them into yourself, into your own goals, and into people that you love. Put it into that, not into this old situation. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have for your past is the Eight of Wands. So yeah, you wanted to move on with your life. You wanted to take action on other things, but this thing was still kind of dragging you down. What I'm seeing happening is going to happen to you. It hasn't happened to you in the past, but this is an indication of what I think is going to happen with this situation in the future, is that, you're going to be dragging on with this for a long time, with this slow communication and frustration. And then I think an idea is suddenly going to come into your head, and it's going to be a big solution that's going to kind of solve this whole thing, a very practical solution. It's going to be something where you're going to be, oh, that's it. This is going to make them satisfied, I'm satisfied, we can draw a line under it and move forward. This situation or this solution is going to come to you very quickly. So I was seeing a slow thing going on with the Two of Pentacles, and then this Eight of Wands bringing that solution to you very quickly. So it is going to happen. And I think I'm also seeing another kind of warning to you that when this solution comes into your head very quickly, don't be tempted to say, oh, is that the right thing to do? I don't know. Let's weigh it up and procrastinate even more. Don't do that. When this comes into your head, you'll know, your instincts will immediately tell you, wow, that's a great idea. This is a great thing to do. Do it when it comes in. Please don't procrastinate and let it go on any further. That's what I'm seeing with that, if this resonates with you. So the first card you have for your present is the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm getting this other situation here. This is a love situation. I'm feeling love around this. I'm getting this feeling of waiting, watching, maybe waiting to see if a connection's going to develop or something else is going to develop. And I think even though this other situation was taking up a lot of your time and your energy and your thoughts and your headspace, I think your mind's also been on this connection as well. Now, I think, yeah, I am seeing a love connection again. I'm seeing something that might have started quickly between you and this person. There was a lot of attraction between you, I'm seeing, in the beginning, and then maybe things might have slowed down a lot, and I think now things might even be at the point where it might feel like nothing's really happening at all. But this person's still on your mind a lot, actually, but you're not actually doing anything about it. Again, there are a lot of question marks around this. I think part of you wants to jump in and say, what's happening? Is this going to be a relationship? Do you actually care about me? How do you feel about me? And all of that kind of thing. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to scare them off, and you don't want to sound like you're kind of crazy and, scaring them or whatever. But I'm actually not seeing, I'll tell you what I'm seeing coming from them. I don't think they've lost interest in you. I think they find you very attractive. I think they really like you a lot. I think they might have the impression that you think this is casual because you're holding back from them. So I think they like you a lot and all of that. They might not be looking for anything permanent or a kind of a more serious relationship. but it's not that they're closed off to it. They're probably open to it if you showed them interest and you showed them that you were interested. There's definitely potential here. I mean, this tree's full of abundance, full of coins. It's full of potential. So if this resonates, I think you should probably approach this person, because I think, again, there's a lot of potential for growth, but they won't know that this is how you're thinking or that you're interested in anything serious unless you actually tell them, because I'm getting the impression that they think that you're just thinking, oh, this is casual or whatever. They're attracted to you, but I think that they have this idea that maybe you just don't see this as anything very serious or something like that. So yeah, approach them. I would approach them if I were you. Start off chatting, just take it slowly, with a view to kind of just letting them know that you're interested in some way. Don't kind of, I know you won't do this, you're not like this usually, but you know, it's not about jumping in and saying, let's have a relationship right now. It's not about standing back and not doing anything. It's about kind of just coming in and just saying, hi, how are you? You know, just thought I'd chat, see how you're doing. Okay, fine. Well, oh, I'm interested in this. Would you like to come out and do this? You know, would you like to see this or do this with me? I was thinking I was going to go and do this thing on this day. Would you like to come? Because I knew you were interested in whatever it was. And just start slowly like that. You know, it's non-threatening, and then eventually they'll find out that you are interested because they're interested in you. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your present is the Five of Pentacles. Yes. Yes, so this slow communication I'm seeing in the Two of Pentacles, this is what I'm seeing again here, because this is about something to do with, it might be something to do with money, I think, this practical thing. And I think you might be afraid of losing money to this person, maybe, this person in the Two of Pentacles, who you're kind of in this kind of negotiation that isn't really going anywhere. It's really kind of slow. It might be some kind of contractual dispute or something like that. You might even be a bit worried that this could go to court, and you'll end up being like the poor people on this card. But I'm honestly not seeing it going that far. I don't actually think this person's in a great position practically to be able to do that. They might not even have enough funds to take anything to court or do anything like that, if this is resonating with you. Again, I'm seeing you overthinking this, over worrying about this a lot more than you should be. I know this is a stressful situation and a frustrating situation. I'm seeing that all through this reading. I think what you should probably do is take action on this as well, and just offer them something. Come out and offer them something reasonable. If you need to have a date where you need to sit down and negotiate for once and for all and get this finished and over and done with, give them a practical option. Don't say, oh, we need to talk sometime, oh, we need to do this, oh, you always think I'm a this and that's not true, and don't get into all of that. Just maybe speak to them and say, you know, I want to have this resolved. I know you do too. It's for both of us. So let's make a time. Would this date suit you, or this date, or this date? 1, 2, 3. Which one suits you the best? And if they choose one, great. If not, say what date and time would suit you, and then make a date and stick to it and negotiate it and finish everything off on that date. This is all about getting things over and done with and drawing a line behind things and moving forward. I'm seeing the need to do that all through this reading, and I'm seeing that you're not quite doing that. And so I'm trying to kind of see little ways that you can do that. I hope I'm not being rude or patronizing or whatever, but this is what I'm seeing in here. So the last card you have, your present, is the Empress. So yes, this person in the Seven of Pentacles, they find you attractive. This is what I'm seeing. The Empress is beautiful. She's the most beautiful woman. She's love, she's abundance, she's, you know, everything beautiful, everything nurturing. And I think, you know, this person thinks you are very attractive. So if you're in any doubt, this is showing me that, you know, they do think you're very beautiful, very attractive, very handsome, whether you're male or female. And I don't know if you've ever spoken to this particular person, about this potential love connection, about these money kind of problems and this negotiation. You probably haven't, but I actually think eventually, if you do get to talk to them a bit more and get to know them a bit more, I think they'd actually be a really good person to talk to about this. I don't know how the timing is with that, but I think this person might have some kind of experience in that kind of thing, and they might be, I think they're a very caring person as well, and I think they're a good listener. That's what I'm seeing in the Empress card. So yeah, this has the potential to really, really grow into a really solid, beautiful relationship, or a solid friendship, or both. And I think you feel really good around them, and they feel really good around you too. So there are a lot of things in this reading that I'm seeing you worrying about or procrastinating about that you really need to take action on. So I'm getting this in this whole reading. Please take action on things. Please take action. There's nothing wrong with planning and thinking about things, but I think you've done a lot of that. Yeah, so the first card you have in your future is the Ace of Cups. So yes, this is a beautiful potential relationship. It has huge potential for growth. There are some beautiful water lilies at the bottom of this card growing out of this love. And again, they're truly interested in you. Please, please talk to them. Please just start something up with them, because they're interested in you. You're interested in them. So let's do this. They just need to know that you're interested. They just don't know that. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your future is the Seven of Swords. Yes. So I think, with the Five of Pentacles in this card, I think what you're worrying about is that they might do something a bit shady towards you. I think you might be worrying that they're going to really hurt you financially and do something terrible. I do think that they're not giving you all of the information that they should be giving you. They are holding back some information, and that's probably why you're sensing that. This is someone who is very close to you and then you fell out. I'm seeing that. But you need to negotiate whatever this is, and you need to draw a line under whatever this is. And this is some kind of money situation I'm seeing as well. I keep on seeing that. But they hurt you emotionally as well. Now, they are being a bit tricky, I'm seeing. They are still going to be like that. They are going to be hiding something from you. But I think this might be because they feel as if they have to. They feel as if they're in a weak position. And I think they might be imagining that you're hiding something from them and you're going to do something to them as well. So again, I'm seeing this mutual kind of thing, whereas you think they're doing something, they think you're doing something. So I think just have this meeting, just be straight out with them, offer them something that's genuine, and say, look, this is what I want to offer to you. Let's resolve this. I want us both to be happy. And then let's do this and draw a line under whatever this is. And, make a date, do something concrete, something tangible that you can actually go into and finish. Not this kind of, oh, you said that, I said that. I've said all this before, I know, but I'm seeing it again in this card. Yeah, they will eventually come to an agreement. I'm seeing that through this as well. But you need to make a move and you need to do something concrete about this. Yeah, I know this is a really specific situation, but I really want to say what I'm seeing, because I think this really needs to go out to someone who needs to take action on this. So the last card you have for your future is the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, I think you will talk. Again, I'm seeing that. You will start something up with this person in the Seven of Pentacles, this love connection. I can't quite see whether this will be you or them that makes the first move, but all through this reading, I'm seeing that you need to make the first move with a lot of things here. So I think it should be you. And I think if you do make the first move, I think you're probably going to be tempted to kind of take your time with this and kind of weigh things up and say, oh, maybe this, maybe that, I don't know. Yeah, don't waste your time worrying about all of that. Please jump in and do things. It's a new year. This person's attracted to you. You're attracted to them. Please just take action in this, because this is really beautiful. I mean, if this grows, this will grow into something really, really solid, which I'm seeing it is going to do. This person is going to adore you. They already think you're attractive, but they're going to really, really adore you if you take this further. Look at the way this page is looking at this coin. He adores the coin. He's looking up to it. He thinks it's wonderful. So, you know, if this is resonating, first of all, take action on all these things. I know I'm repeating myself. If you do take action, a lot of positivity is going to come to you in all of these areas.